I'm Larissa Liska with sports, and after the break, find out what's next for the UT men's basketball team after the win last night against Texas Tech. He'll remain on the sideline as a student assistant coach. Trainers at Texercise use exercise like yoga and Pilates to get their athletes up and moving. Cedar Park and Vandergrift already have blowout wins. Eastview tries to do the same thing tonight against Bastrop. The Austin Aztecs are hoping that partnering with local businesses will help increase revenue this season. Now, I'm not saying he's going to be another Kevin Durant, but he's off to a great start. When training, it's important to train mentally and physically. After that, just run. For teams like diving and basketball, it's tournament time. The Seattle Seahawks' high-flying victory over the Denver Broncos was a standout win in Super Bowl history. The Seahawks and other NFL teams are now incorporating yoga and Pilates in their athletic conditioning.
I didn't know what to expect. I'm thinking more dance stuff, kind of stretching and balanced, but that first session that I did with Jennifer was a rude awakening.
These exercises provide a good calorie burn and help connect the deepest muscles in the joints and spine to rehabilitate and prevent injuries.
That explosive big movement, they do all of that, but they really are missing a link of injury prevention. The Pilates, initiating everything from the core, creating proper biomechanics, and strengthening the stabilizers to work in conjunction with the big muscle groups.
Exercises like here at Dancer Shape really get the athletes pumped up and ready to go for the NFL season. At the University of Texas at Austin, trainers at Texercise use exercise like yoga and Pilates to get their athletes up and moving.
Pilates and yoga actually is a great combination, as yoga being up on your feet also incorporates balance, flexibility, and strength.
Good workouts that strengthen the body aid athletes in the long term.
A lot of guys that actually took this course last year stayed healthy throughout the whole season.
Defeating the competition is a goal for some athletes, but the main goal is to stay healthy, flexible, and strong. Larissa Liska, Texas News Watch. Will Chandler's career at UT started with a really good experience while visiting as a high school student.
I met Scoggin on the very first day I was ever here, and I think since then I wanted to come and dive at UT.
Way to go.
Although Chandler has made a splash in the program under UT diving coach Matt Scoggin, it wasn't easy. As a sophomore at UT, Chandler had to get his large intestine removed.
Knowing in my head that I would be able to be as good of a diver as I was before and be able to come back even better and stronger, that's mainly what got me through it.
With help and support from teammates, Chandler was able to keep diving.
It's really neat to see a young person deal with obstacles and not give up and then achieve what they can. That's one of the reasons I do what I do.
Chandler has not let his past health problems end his passion for diving.
I love flipping and spinning around. I dive because I truly enjoy it.
For Chandler, it's not about the trophies or medals one wins. It's about the victory of knowing that you can get back up and dive. Larissa Liska, Texas News Watch. UT Rodeo got back in the saddle as an organization in 2013. Students have the opportunity to compete in numerous rodeos like at Texas A&M.
I go to the rodeos probably every weekend. College rodeos not every weekend because there's 5 a semester, but I'll either be at a barrel race or a pro rodeo or a college rodeo almost every weekend. Go Janie!
UT Rodeo is in the process of becoming a club sport again. But until then, more high school students may choose Texas A&M over UT.
People are making the decision to go to A&M because they have rodeo. And so if we can show some high school kids that UT is starting to jump on the rodeo train, then maybe that would make their decision a little easier.
Horses like Tripod love rodeos. UT Rodeo has been off and on since 1957.
One of the rodeos that we went to as Aggie team members, we traveled to Austin for the UT College Rodeo.
As a club sport, UT Rodeo hopes to find a place to keep their horses as well as compete with the support from the university.
I think it's wonderful to have more competition. We always want the quality of our events to be higher up.
We're going to go to Hickenson and Texas A&M University.
And then when you make nationals from the southern region, which is considered one of the toughest in the nation, it just means more.
With UT support, the rodeo team has the opportunity to grow as a tradition, compete against other colleges, and be able to continue riding. Larissa Liska, Texas News Watch.
Turn left on University.
Lately, running events are taking off with a bang. Some UT runners like Gael Pister, who is in the UT Running Club and was a pacer for this year's Longhorn run on the UT campus, just loves running.
My first week actually in the club, we did a 200-mile relay. That was like my first start with the club.
Lorena Rodriguez, newcomer to the running trend, felt accomplished after training consistently for a month and finishing her first race ever.
Goal number one is, quite honestly, to get to the finish line all by myself without the help of any medical personnel and not to injure myself.
This year, Nike and UT Rec Sports provided training plans for runners to use in their pre-race workout.
There's not going to be anyone here that thinks, oh, you're not running fast enough. It's really just getting every Longhorn out here that wants to be out here. And two, there's a training program. You follow it, I promise you can roll out of bed this morning and run a 5K.
Running events like Longhorn Run with over 3,500 competitors can be hard. When training, it's important to train mentally and physically. After that, just run.
Even if it's one lap around the track, start slowly, progress gradually, and you're gonna have a lot of fun.
No matter what training plan is used for a race, a runner's instincts kick in whether they are new or experienced racers.
Just that little light at the tunnel you see right there, it's just over there, and you're just like, I've got that two miles left or that 1 mile left. You're just like, I'm gonna give it all out.
Larissa Liska, Texas News Watch. The number 14 Texas men's tennis team faced off against number 32 Alabama at the Pinnock Allison Tennis Center. The 28-year-old facility will be demolished in May to make room for the UT Dell Medical School.
It's been a great facility. When it was built, it was state-of-the-art, one of the greatest in the country. It's going to be sad to see it go, but on the other hand, I'm really excited about what we have in the future. Hopefully we can make this a year to remember and then get a new facility in place. We want to have the best facility in the country, and that's our goal, and hopefully that will happen.
The Longhorns swept Alabama 4-0, making their record 6 wins and 0 losses. This marked the 5th shutout victory for Texas this season.
Today our goal was to really, if we got an opportunity to get on top, to really try to dominate the match, and that's what I thought we did today. I thought the guys just kept pushing and competed from the first point to last point. Doubles was obviously very close, but I thought it was a great effort today.
My match was a little microcosm of my career at Texas. Start down 4-0 and be a little down, miss a couple balls, and then come back and then win the first set. And then I was up 4-1, and then we stopped, but it was really good. My parents were here, and some of my friends were here. It was great. It was a great feeling.
Larissa Liska, College Press Box. For District 25 5A, so far so good in the first round of playoffs. Cedar Park and Vandergrift already have blowout wins. Eastview tries to do the same thing tonight against Bastrop. The Eastview Patriots start the game off right on defense, making it a long night for the Bastrop Bears. First play, Bastrop quarterback Cameron Barron throws up, pass intercepted by Eastview's Benji Adams. Patriots get the crowd pumped early. Doesn't take long for Eastview quarterback Josh Covey to pass the YouTube star Apollos Hester. Hester fakes left, shakes 2 defenders, sprints down the sideline, and runs for a touchdown. Pats up 7-zip. Next drive, Covey pulls back, looks deep to pass, and finds Hester open for Hester's 2nd touchdown of the night. The long bomb makes it 14-0 Eastview. Hester just looking unstoppable in this one. Patriots continue to dominate, tapping in a field goal for 3 more points. Final score, Eastview 31, Bastrop 0. In the first set, Shadira McNeil slams the ball down for an easy kill. 16-18 Kansas State. Nice pass to the setter, and the Wildcats slam off Amber Robertson as she dives hard to the ground. Ouch. At the start of the third, Michelle Coker sets up Haley Eckerman, forcing a blocking error for Kansas State. Sydney Yogi passes it up to Coker, who makes a set behind to Haley Eckerman for the kill down the middle. Kansas State with a monster kill across court to Yogi, 24-18 Texas. At the beginning of the fourth set, Bailey Webster, boom, forces a shank off. Coker sets up Haley Eckerman, who finds a big hole between the block of Kansas State. Game point, Rachel Adams comes up with a big hit over the block. Texas defeats Kansas State 3-1.